And also like all the different conceptual bits. So like Bola pointing out that like it took a page out of the book from La Papa de Calatoto.
Yeah, those people, yeah.
What's it
Those
called
guys,
again?
Money Heist.
Money Heist.
Money Heist. La
Thought you
Pupu Le
were
Plata.
about to lay hands on.
This is With an S, a music commentary podcast where we talk about all things Afrobeats, ranging from new music to more serious issues within the music industry.
Hi guys, welcome back to your favorite podcast with an S, with your Afrobeats Avengers. Are we still introducing ourselves?
Yes.
But we haven't
He
reached
said
100
by
yet.
I feel like we should even push it backwards.
Yeah.
Our shoulder is getting a bit high.
It is. I won't lie to you. Things have been going well lately.
Yeah.
I love it. Sha, it's me, Bola, aka Jiggy, and my co-host
Sharon, aka Sharon.
And Deji, aka I don't even know what do I go by these days.
Chijindu.
That's
What?
so random because that was one of my really good friends in primary school. But yeah, sorry, aka Deji. I don't know.
But yeah, welcome to another episode. We're at the end of year, end of 2024.
That
And
was so fast.
actually
Was it?
It
Yes.
was.
I
It
felt
was.
every month of this year. I don't know what you guys are talking about. This is
It
the
was
same
fun.
year. Let me just give you a reminder for why I think this year was crazy long. I hope you know Tony Montana by Portable and Skepta.
Oh no,
came
I
out
know.
this year.
I always
It
keep
doesn't seem
that in my mind.
Doesn't feel.
Doesn't feel old.
No, that feels.
Do you
like,
know that I was not sure when what they call Red Potion, that Rema's album.
Yeah.
I went to check. I saw it was last year. I thought it was
last
this year.
It,
So
it
that
carried.
means the year is not
compressed.
looking like it's long.
Yeah. No, it
Yeah,
feels
it's
long
it's
for
quite
me.
short.
It was actually fast.
Yeah.
Bro, when we were complaining about music not being, shall I say, up to par at the
Mhm.
beginning of this year, that actually felt like it was just 2-3 months ago to me,
I feel
personally.
like January to me.
The problem is everybody's music now just feels so compressed
Yeah.
because there was a lot.
There was.
But I feel like people stepped up to the plate.
Oh, for sure. For
People
sure.
stepped up to the plate.
From about April or whenever Young John's project drops, because I think that was the first project to kind of be like, okay, this is where the year is taking off from. I think from then on, like it's been serious.
I like that you're already giving sneak peek.
You know the
You're already
vibes.
giving sneak peek. But
The
yeah,
vibes.
we've come to the end of the year, so we're just going to review 1 or 2 things, or 3 or 4 things,
Yeah,
or
no.
5, in different episodes as well. Don't worry, you guys, we've got you. I know you guys are waiting on some of our lists, so we're just going to give you something light in terms of what are we doing today? The top artists,
Mm-hmm.
top albums,
Mm-hmm.
and your top EPs.
Yeah.
How many should we give them?
Yeah, in that
3
range.
to 5 in that range. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you
Not-
don't have up to 3 projects or artists that you loved in this year,
If you
you
did have
are
up
the
to 3,
problem.
yes. No. 100%.
There's no other way to put it. You're actually the problem. Or
100%.
you just don't listen to music, and that's also fine.
That's fine too.
Or you hate Afrobeats.
Exactly.
Any of them. All of the above. But we'll give you that, chat. But moving in quickly, where should we start?
I think we can save artists for last.
Yeah.
It just feels like a very
think we should start
more
with EPs.
prestigious thing. So let's do EPs
think we
because
should
that's
start
the
with
shortest.
So we have to start with the S in with an S.
Yeah.
Why?
Sharon.
No, you are doing ladies first. Simba.
No.
I
That's
say
not
no.
what I'm doing.
I
I'm
say
saying
no.
we're starting with the S.
I
in
say
with an
no.
S. That's very powerful. Stop now.
With
Oh,
an S,
Start
and the
with
S stands
Shemilore.
for I'm finished.
Why we give
And Shubomi.
I'm finished.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'll start the one.
give
A
us-
for Ayodeji.
So I have 4 different EPs that I enjoyed this year, like quite a bit that stayed in my rotation. I was going, should I order them? Yeah, I'll order them. Let's order them. So at number 4, I have Wahala in Paradise by Toye, who was one of the guests that we had on the podcast.
Yes.
I really, really enjoyed that episode, but I also really enjoyed the EP. But I think there was kind of like a confluence there where it's like after experiencing him as a person, it definitely made me appreciate the project a lot more.
Yeah.
But outside of that, it's a really good project. I find myself going back to Faji Jackson pretty often. I also wanted to give him a shout out for the marketing that he did. Like he did a lot of really fun marketing. Stellar marketing. I think he did something with I forget the dude's name. The guy who wears those tight trousers.
There's someone that wears tight trousers.
Yeah, I forget his name. Don't worry about it. He does skits with Gilmore, but his name Trench Kid.
Trench
Yeah, they had like
Kid.
a
Trench boy.
Trench Boy. They had a very funny skit that they did, which is really dope. And then just all the different things it covers. I like that even though it's a very fun project, it also kind of like covers like serious themes. So like Quarter Life Crisis being one of those songs where he talks about how his friends have like really expensive cars and it's affecting him because he wants to buy a Benz. Oh no, his friends have bought Benzes and him too would like to be that as well. Talking about paper, just the paper chase. Also speaking about his guy who was in jail and like how that affected him and him coming out of it. That was really dope. At number 3, I have Like a Flower by Amaya. Now that project, I didn't like at the time I liked it, and I remember it was on the episode that we had Escort that I remember talking about it quite a bit. Like I liked it, but I didn't know that it was going to grow on me the way that it has. Like I already had a soft spot for the project, but over time I just like, man, this baby's different to the point where like I feel like that's one of the guests that I really want us to have in coming months whenever we can get a chance to, because I would love to just pick her brain about it. Like that project's really fun. And it's down to just her voice. Like her vocal tone is really enjoyable. I love that she's not, going down the same path as like the typical Afrobeats artist. She's more R&B leaning, and then her songwriting, my gosh. She has this one song on the project called Elements, where she talks about all the different elements, water, land, just talks about trees, air, breeze, all that stuff, and kind of creates it. It's like a cohesive love song, like speaking about how her love flows like the different elements. And I find things like that very interesting. And just in general, I just feel like she's really talented and one of those people that I'm keeping an eye on, kind of like in the same ilk of King Madi as well, where it's just like you look at these people and it's like you can tell they're playing a different game than the average artist. So I really enjoyed the Like a Flower EP as well. At number 2, Odile, Sunday at Zuri's. I really, really like that project. That's the project that spawned Soso and Onome and a couple of those other tracks. Yeah, no, Soso was a moment. I really, really like that project. I spoke about how like some of it had like Jules influence, which I thought was not a bad thing because I'm a huge Jules fan. And I just like how Odile has so many different elements to him. Like he even just dropped an EP recently, which
another
is
one.
Yeah. With with LVRN. Because he got signed to LVRN, so this was like his first release off of them. And LVRN is the label that houses Summer Walker, Black, a bunch of those people.
Okay.
So that was more R&B leaning. I felt like it was for the American markets. But back to Sunday at Zuri's, just a vibe, like the kind of thing I would have enjoyed. I didn't get a chance to do it this year, but enjoyed playing at the beach or like just at a cookout, a barbecue, somewhere soft, little activity, not too much stress. Very, very good project. And at number 1, an EP that I absolutely was not expecting to take over. You can hear the Ebola laughing because, I didn't think that was going to be something I would ever admit to. But my number 1 EP this year, down to just the sheer brilliance, experimentation, and just the unexpected nature of it, Sheyi Vibes is Lil Sheyi Professor.
Bola, you need to clap for him. Bola is the happiest person right now.
I could not get enough of that EP this year. There was a day when one of my friends, he came over and like we had like a couple days where we were just working, creating stuff for about 4 hours straight or thereabouts. We just had the EP in rotation and we forgot that it was playing because it was just so easy, like just in the background, not taking too much from us. And despite how many times we repeated, we kept finding ourselves jamming. And it's so good that like, I used to think I knew definitively what my favorite song on the project was, but it changes. I think initially it was Albert Einstein. Then at one point I really loved Lagos. Then another point I really loved Doha. Right now I'm really enjoying Santorini, and also like all the different conceptual bits. So like Bola pointing out that like it took a page out of the book from La Papa de Calatoto.
Yeah, those people, yeah.
What's it called again?
Money Heist.
Money Heist.
La Pupule Plata.
About to lay hands on
I can't remember the name. Is it La Papa de Casel or something
Heist.
like that?
Don't worry, help yourself.
Yeah. And how like you can rehash it. So how
how they took basically the fact that they named everybody by cities. He just named everything with a city, and then Albert Einstein as being the main professor.
Yeah,
basically.
absolutely. And even
Baz.
he killed us.
This one is still feeling himself for this thing. Small.
He should now. He should.
Is it not him that told you to say it? I don't understand why you.
All of a sudden, your shoulder now, you change the way you put it.
Why are you eating? See, your one is puffing up.
Yeah, he's insulting the arm of my clothes, by the way. I want everybody to take
I'm not
notes.
insulting it. Really and truly, I just want to hold the hem of your garments. That's all.
No, but you should feel himself. That observation was dope. But yeah, no, I really enjoyed the project. And also down to like just Dibs, man. Dibs. I'm so happy that he got nominated for a Grammy because shout out to Dibs.
Shout
he
out
did
to
some
Dibs.
work this year. As a student, to be putting out that level of outputs, my hat's I'm not taking it off. But
I was looking at it when I said my hat. I was
my hat is off to you metaphorically. But yeah, those are my 4. I'd have loved to have an extra one in there. And also honorable mention to Cold AF because I really like that project as well. But I think these 4 were the ones that definitely stuck with me through the year.
Wow. Sometimes I don't like when IDG goes first because it's like we also have to.
When I said, go
we always
first.
have to. Why didn't you go first? When I said so, it's like we have to bring something deep out of something
Was it
that
deep?
just
That wasn't
did.
deep.
But yeah, just as if you are romancing the project.
But
like,
I'm
I really felt this, I felt that. But
Yeah, you
no, this
to tell us
project,
how
I
you
like
felt.
them, yeah, but like not like that.
I think I won't lie to you. The only way for me to know if I really like something is if I have that visceral feeling. Like if
Okay,
you touched
say
my
visceral.
bones.
See
Say
now.
goosebump.
I almost enjoy this microphone.
Okay. Okay, so I shall go now.
Yes.
Normally, it should be you based on A, B, because I'm S.
Do you want me to go?
So no, I will go because I'm in the middle.
I love
We're
it.
going this way. Okay, so my top 5 EPs. I'm not going in particular order because I actually can go in particular order. Actually, let me go in particular
Yeah,
order.
no.
Mm.
So, my very first EP, thank God the EP finally came out. If the EP did not drop, I probably would not have had a number 1 EP. I would have forcefully put another EP as my number 1 EP. Okay, so my number 1 EP of the year, I'm going 1 to 5.
Yeah, I
So
know.
the one that takes the crown to the one that's
Is number
The crown
5.
is avoided.
no, the crown is not
It's
avoided.
still one of our
The one that
favorite ones.
presented himself to the king.
Ah,
I'm the
okay.
king. I just chose.
It's
the-
lying in wait.
Oh my
Exactly.
God.
Okay,
So
fantastic.
my number 1 EP is Hard Guy Confessions. Hard Guy Confessions is Johnny Drew's EP with Don Jazzy. To be fair, that EP has songs that were already out. So technically, it's like it shouldn't count.
Ah, why?
No,
But
we
there
allow
are
it.
2 songs there that I really, 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 really like. That is It Hurts and Anyway.
Sorry, not to cut you off. But we're speaking about it last week and
Yeah.
we're losing our minds over those
Over
2
those
songs.
2
We
songs,
read
yeah.
anyway,
No,
especially.
they are really good. And generally, me, I like call and response sounding songs. I like songs that feel like you included me as a fan or as an audience member. So that's Anyway song. That's why it really sticks with me. For It Hurts, I think it's the production that I really like. I'm not even sure. But I also like how it sounds like it could be an acoustic or street.
Yes.
But then it's not.
Yeah.
It actually has instrumental.
Mhm.
I don't know how to describe it.
No, I know what you're talking
really
about. It's
Like it.
like that barbershop quartet, the harmony
it's just-
thing that they had going.
It's just really nice. So that's my top EP. That's why I was saying thank God that it dropped. If not, I would not have had number 1. Then my second EP of the year would be In Nas Boy I Trust. I never expected this, but I'm always excited to see people who are into something else. Like we know them for something, but deep down they know that they have another gift inside of them and they decide to pursue it.
Yeah.
And it's not crap. Like it's not looking like just because you have money or just because
Yeah.
you are in a certain position, you can do something. It's actually really good music. Anytime I listen to the EP, I remember Yabasi, like when Basket Mouth dropped his album,
Yeah.
and it's like it was overlooked. And I think it was overlooked because people have that,
I think it was
you're supposed to be a
Yabasi?
skit maker.
I don't think it was overlooked.
I think it was overlooked. I think it didn't get the recognition it deserved. That's what I mean by
Fair
it was
enough.
overlooked.
Fair.
So, and I think a reason for that is a number of times people don't want to listen to you if you are not a musician. They're like, oh, this one has come again, or this skit maker, or this comedian. So there's bad rep. But I think that Nas Boy has really been able to shove the music in our brain. But it's also really nice. So it's not like he's just forcing us to eat bad food. It's actually good food.
It's
It's
Abi
just
cook.
that there are too many people selling food. So he's just calling us, come and buy my own market, come and buy my own market.
Oh my
And we're
God.
buying his market. My third EP would be Wake and See. Wake and See is an EP by Adam Shrey. I think what really drew me to that EP was how it felt very real and very emotional. So in the EP, he's singing. A lot of these songs sound like letters to people, like a letter to my lover, a letter to my friend, a letter to my siblings. So it just felt like these songs are coming from a place that is not just mere songwriting. It's like writing in your diary, but making it music.
Yeah.
So sometimes for me, it's like when I don't want to listen to crowd music or music that just unnecessarily sounds like it's a lot.
They
That
do.
EP seems like a calm EP that I can listen to. And this is not to say the EP is slow. It's not actually slow or anything, but it's just when you listen to it and compare it to some other EPs, you would actually really understand exactly.
So is it more subject matter that makes it that?
I think it's more subject matter and his vocal delivery.
Okay.
His vocal delivery and also the subject matter ties into the lyrics now, Abi.
Yeah.
Exactly. So it's vocal delivery, subject matter.
Okay.
And I also think like the mix or the choice of beats.
Fair.
There's just a harmony between all of them that seems nice
Okay.
to listen to. Then my fourth EP, which should be a shock, but I don't know if it's a shock.
I'm already laughing.
Oh, yeah.
My fourth EP is, I'm even shy to
Oh,
say
yeah,
it,
yeah.
but it is Kwawon Boy, Volume 1.
Damn.
That is TML Vibes and
And
DJ
DJ
Fokati.
Fokati.
Wow. Didn't that just drop?
Yeah, this period. But I mean, it's not a matter of when the song dropped. It's a matter of when
The impact.
it reached you and when it touched your heart. You like that EP, right? Yeah,
actually like
it's
it.
actually a really decent EP. I want to say it's a really good EP, but I don't want to go and overdo. Okay, in my world, I think it's a good EP.
I think
And
it's
I also think I like DJ Fokati, right? That name, I actually hate to say it.
It's amazing.
I actually hate
It's the
to always
greatest
say
name
it,
in
but
the
I
world.
just have to say it. So generally, I used to listen to this DJ when I was in secondary school.
Has Fokati been around that long?
Yes, he has.
Oh, wow.
But he was not big or blown or anything. It's
Probably
like
more
there's
in
this other
streets.
DJ that his music, when he's, I can't remember, is it keep scratching? I think DJ Fokati
I think
actually.
that sounds like him.
Very old though. So I used to like the DJ, but I always thought maybe it will remain all these street DJ that is CD, you behind their music. Little did I know that 2024, 2023, TikTok, everything will just come
Yeah,
and
no,
make him a streaming DJ. Do you get?
Yeah.
So I don't know. Generally, I also like when producers team up with artists, and I think that they are a perfect match because the two of them are like street artists. And it's not in DJ Fokati's normal loud. I
know
don't
what
know
you
how
mean.
to describe the
It's
type
like
of
that more
music.
Mara, like street scatter
Yes, it's not
music.
really Mara like. It's more I don't want to call it Adura like, but it's more singing.
Okay.
Like there's
TML
more
More melodies.
TML
You've
vibes.
have you listened to that EP?
I have. What stood out to me most is was scratching. I didn't know he was a scratching kind of DJ.
No, he's a scratching
It is,
DJ.
yeah. Scratch.
It is scratch.
Yes, but he didn't even scratch as much as he
he
used to
normally
scratch.
would, yeah. I didn't know.
Normally, he will scratch your ears. Will be pain. But yeah, TML Vibes is one of the artists to look out for. So that EP was just exciting to me. I just play it. Like when I listen to it, I'm not listening to it for any kind of intellectual improvements or anything like that. It's just fun to listen to.
Yeah,
So like
it's a
if I
fun
want
project.
to do house chores or if I'm running an errand, if I just need something, I want to run.
I'm sorry.
It's just nice.
You do house shows to DJ Fokati.
Why not?
But you know how crazy?
When you want to wash plates,
I watch play to come, like relaxing.
how are you washing? Do you like to wash plates? I don't like to wash plates. I need to be done.
I just need to zone out. That's what it is for me.
No, I need to be done and leave the house. So I need music that can.
Wait, what?
But still, it's a nice EP. Listen to it if you haven't. Then
Fair.
finally, my last EP, which I just felt was experimental, or I just liked it, is Vibes Inc.
Okay, fair.
Honestly, I also don't know what I expected, But I think I like the fact that I generally like when labels or they come together
Yeah.
and we can see the individuality in each of them and just see what the label is about. It's like
Yeah.
when you put your artists together, you're kind of telling a label story.
Yeah.
And that's what that looks like in
Yeah.
this EP. And it's just nice to listen to. It's not anything too fast or slow, or it's all of them put together,
Yeah.
delivering something. And I think for Shay Vibes, right? I think it was a good statement.
It
It
was.
was making, because every label boss, they have one thing or the other they used to make their mark. And even though it seems small scale, I consider it something.
I know it's
Like
major.
some kind of imprint. So those are my EPs for
Awesome.
2024
Very
so
diverse.
far.
I love it. Everybody
Quite,
giving
quite.
Shay Vibes his props. His
No, he
flower.
deserves it. He deserves it.
God is good.
Actually.
Even though he's gone
That
quiet
means you have
now,
Shay
sha.
Vibes inside your own. Damn it.
Come on now. Come on. Clean sweep. That's what we call it. Where's the broom? I beg. Bring it. Okay, quickly. Okay. That's really good. Sha. My 4. Yeah, we'll give you guys 4 instead of 5. I'll shout out Chicks Poppy. That's one I was thinking of. Again, you guys know I like
Was that an
fun.
EP or an album?
EP.
Six
So,
Poppy
like-
was an EP.
Yeah.
album.
7 songs.
Oh.
Mm.
What do you mean? Something like it was just a poem. It was, don't worry about it. You guys can't know now. Anyways, let me not say what I want to say. Sha, I'll start with Ayomaf, Mafian. I mean, that had to be there. I gave it its props when we spoke about it, but it
A4?
just what'd you say? Yeah, 4. A4. I said number 4. have to
You
keep
people
up.
did 4-4.
Yes, now it's you that wanted to
I
start
did 5,
with.
sorry.
Sorry, no, don't worry. You're allowed. You are DS. Stop now. We don't play by our own rules. But yeah, Mafian was just a beautiful project for me, and it has songs that I still listen to, from Are You There to 7 Lives to 8 Days to last week as well. So yeah, Anthem for the Streets as always, and it's still hot right now. And it just showed his personality. And I like that as the year has gone by, he's brought out his personality more and more as well. So this project showed his personality. And then just in terms of how he marketed it as well, marketing with his mom, with his guys and stuff like that, even getting different guys to like different artists like Fireboy to come and market as well. And the fact that his biggest song of the year, he didn't put it on the
Yeah, that was brave.
extremely bold.
Yeah.
And I mean, I can see it paid off because it didn't affect anything at all. So shout out to Ayomaf, man. Like next year, bigger and better. We're waiting for the album. We've given them the EP now. Don't worry, we'll shock them. Shay, we've brought back. Don't worry, come back, kids. We've brought back Shay Vibes. Shay. We love it. Speaking of Shay Vibes, number 3, Low Shay Professor.
I love it.
It's really not one for me because it shocked Deji, but it didn't shock me. Like we've been new.
This guy is very proud.
Yes,
Very, very
He's
proud.
actually very proud.
Yes. We've been new. Don't worry.
But the thing is, I don't like you people that say you've been new. There's no.
There's
what
no
did you
words.
knew? bro?
Exactly.
What did you, that project was very different than all the other stuff
Okay,
you've
cool.
done.
So please, everybody just needs to go back to the previous episodes and listen to what I said about Shay Vibes being able to do all of this if you want.
You did say that back in the day.
Make I no shouts. Anyways, he has proven me right. Don't worry. It's as if he did whisper inside my ear, just to tell me 1 or 2. But yeah, as I said, as DJ has already spoken about, it's just a beautiful album. It was so well thought of, very well planned, very well executed. He didn't even need to like market it. It was like, that was music. Like it spoke for itself and everything. And yeah, I like that. He finally showed, should I say, this side, and showed that, look, I can do this as well if I want to. It's just showing you guys every single side to my craft and to my music. So yeah, shout out to Shay Vibes for Low Shay Professor, for the theme, for the actual music, for everything. We're waiting for you. We'll give them more. And he's had a stellar year as well. So yeah, guy can say I'm proud. I'm very...
Yes, he even knows that he's proud.
No. I'll say
Ultimate
it.
final boss
Of pride.
of pride.
I can't tell you, man. I'm very self-aware. Don't worry. I can't tell you with my chest. But number 2, it's all my faves that are here. I can't lie. It kind of sounds like anyways. Number 2, King Madi Deluxe. So King Madi's, it came out in November. The actual EP came out in November, the end of November. The Deluxe came out in June, I believe. So nobody can tell me it doesn't count. It
Yes, within the
100%
year.
counts. And 3 new songs as well. YBIL, You Believe in Love. Everybody knows how much I love that song. Like, bruh. Apart from, of course, the parts that I wasn't like. But
You know, I pushed that agenda somewhere else recently. It's going to come out, and I pray they don't come for me, because, bro, I'm like, I must drop this thing somewhere.
I knew you say
I
it
know, I had to,
again.
I had
Oh
to.
my days.
We need to hold some people accountable.
Then, of course, Vision had come out a bit before that as well. The remix with Chloe, and it did what it had to do, to be very honest. And I think it brought that song more to light as well. Then Sins for You, for me, is actually a very underrated song. And I think it's because it came out with You Believe in Love. I think that's why I wasn't as, shall I say, heralded. But shout out to King Maji. Deluxe was good. We didn't get the album, Sha.
Bro. And we knew. I won't be like, I knew it was, as the months were drawing close to the end, I'm just like, this thing is not coming.
What if she wants to do surprise?
Please.
Please.
It's coming next year.
Okay, she has already said that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which I'm a little sad about, because I don't like it when people are really like put albums early in the year. Because when
Yeah.
the end of the year comes, they tend to get
forget
forgotten,
it.
or whatever.
Forget it.
I
But it's
know.
okay. We'll make it very that they won't forget. And then number 1, we had to give Badu, Olamide, Ikigai. Like, bro, I love.
That's a good project.
Loved that EP. I still jam it till today. Like, coming here, I jammed it. What do you mean? Give them a bit of metaverse. And I give them Hello Abibi remix. Just to, wash my mouth.
Just
with
to
it.
bring it back.
Just to bring it back. Funny enough, my favorite song on that EP is Synchro System.
I'm not surprised. That's a good record.
Young John and these were producers that year. Oh.
Bro.
That year.
I also think it's the best produced song on that project, actually.
Ikigai. And I think that song almost like took the whole essence of the EP as well, with that whole tang 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 and the whole aura of the EP. I was just like,
I actually didn't put that together because of like I feel you. Because of like the Asian lettering and everything, so it felt very oriental. I see you.
Guys, you know what happened? When
you.
we reviewed it, I wasn't around.
Yeah, I messed
When
up.
we reviewed it, I wasn't around. But it's okay. At least you guys have now gotten it. Don't look at me like that, Sharon.
I didn't say it was a bad project, though. I just said I didn't think it was particularly new. But I take that back like mad.
I think it was
Did I talk
new.
about it?
I don't remember. To be
Okay, me
honest.
too. I don't remember. Let all of us forget together.
Don't worry. I felt like this episode is my victory lap.
I'm
I so
finished.
much love it. But number 1, Olamide Ikigai. Like, it was very well produced, very well put together, very well thought of as well. It's vibes, and there's songs that are still like making waves. Like, if you go out and hear Metaverse, if you go out and hear Uptown Disco, if you go out and you hear Hello Abibi, like, you're still going to pop. If you go out and hear Synchro System, but even talks about it's okay. Let me not speak.
What
too
the
much.
record is Tasheke?
No, that's Uptown
Disco. Okay.
Knockouts, because I think that's very underrated as well, because I really liked the name of the artist, Sabri,
Yeah.
which was very refreshing. So shout out to Olamide, shout out to Bado for Ikigai. So that was number 1.
Awesome.
Going on quickly to our albums now. Should I start? Or Sharon, do you want to finally take the mantle?
Not finally, but I will take the mantle because I have my number 1 album.
So you start with 1 again.
Yes,
I like
sir.
it. You're shaking the...
Yeah.
No need to give people hope that their album might be number 1. Just start with number 1 so you know that you are not number 1. So the number 1 album of the year 2024 is... This your drum is...
This is very long.
The year I turned 21.
Shock.
I feel like if I have to explain why, I would be doing a disservice to the album.
Interesting.
But the year I turned 21
Fair enough.
is the number 1 album of the year 2024. Let's move on to number 2.
Fantastic.
I can, if
Mic
you're
drop.
curious, go and stream the album. Okay? That's where you will find answers.
Or listen to our episode
So-
where we reviewed this.
Now, let me get into number 2. My number 2 album of the year, which is actually strange to me, but its influence is a very... no, it's not you people that influence
Okay.
you. No, not this. This one tried to influence me. With that, his artist, he just was talking about, but it didn't work. Anyway, moving on. Influence is a very dangerous thing.
Why?
Because this artist, I didn't even know about him. I didn't know about his music. But I happened to be in the circle of a group of individuals who used to carry this artist on their head. And then on my own, I said, let me even go and hear what is going on here. Then unfortunately for me, I now happened to be at an event where that artist performed.
Ooh.
I now saw him in real life. I was now like, hey, something is here.
Not something
And that
else,
album is Homeless.
I knew it.
By
I literally
Luna.
knew it.
That album is Homeless by Luna. I also feel like, do we have to break down why these albums mean so much to us?
Wait, very quickly, was it the Corty show?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, he did really well that day.
It was the Corty show. I think one of the other reasons I like this album is that he didn't bother waiting. I know I make good music. Let me put it together. Let me put it out there. Let me see what the people are saying.
Yeah.
Because some people spend so much time trying to curate the best album or the best debut albums, to be precise. And it still is not what the people want to hear.
Yeah.
I think it's easier for you to make the mistakes you have to make when you're even new. Like when you're still fresh on the scene. Because people start judging you more when you are older.
Yeah.
Like one man that I know, who we shall talk about in an episode that you will listen to. Yes, he leads an FC. But anyway, people start judging you harshly when you are older in the game. So I really like when new artists just, damn it all, I'm putting on my album.
Yeah.
And then it turned out to actually be good. I mean, the writing is good. The production is good. The arrangements, like the track listing, is also good. The, what's that? I forgave my father.
Oh,
What
the
they
Tyler
call that
Perry
thing?
excerpts that he had on it.
And what they call it in music, when you add such things to these songs.
Bedu.
No.
This
It
man.
was
These are, people.
no. It was a video. No, it was an audio soundbite
that he
from Tyler
puts-
Perry talking about forgiving his father. But I forget. I'm not sure exactly what
Me
you're
too.
talking about.
There's something they used to call it, Sha, but I don't remember it now. But I think they really, I don't even know who did it, whether it's the producer, but the producer did well in infusing that into that song. And the spoken word that was in between, it was just a nicely put together album. And the rollout was not even that deep. It was just there. It was just an album.
Yeah.
Take it. It's this album. And I ate it. I ate the album. I ate it to the fact that Spotify said, hey, this boy that you are listening to like this, what's going on? I didn't even know how to explain. I posted it on my story.
Wow.
I even tagged him.
Really?
Yes.
Super.
I tagged him. He even reposted my post.
I love it for you.
Reposted my post. Anyway, moving on. That's my number 2 album of the year. My number 3 album of the year would be... Hi. Don't know how to say this one.
No. Try your best.
I don't know how to say this one.
Try your best.
It's Lungu Boy.
See, I don't think that's a bad choice. I do not think
you're
it's a
saying
bad
it
choice.
as if
No, I did not know how to say it because of the album I was supposed to call after. But to save my reputation, I would kick out one album from my top 5 list and give you only 4 albums because I don't know how to say that. So when we do an exclusive episode, you'll
What
finally hear this thing that I wanted to
episode?
say.
Yeah, no.
So Lungu Boy. I underrated Lungu Boy when I first heard it. In fact, I was too hasty. And for
Same.
that, I'm sorry. I was so upset. I was like, what is this? Pandum, pandum, pan. Like, hey, chill out. Did I even hear him talk about
I don't
Lungu
remember
Boy?
him
Do you
being
get-
that kiddy about
Which
it. So,
podcast
like,
are you selling your
this
secrets
one,
to? But
yeah,
not this one.
definitely glazing with this one because I don't remember you.
Is it that you like...
roll the tips.
Which tape? Tell us the episode.
I don't
Very
understand.
good.
I don't used to. From when I was talking about, so it's okay.
We all spoke about
Don't worry, they should roll it. Take it back.
No,
They
so
will
this is the
listen
thing.
to
Roll
it
the tape.
now. They will listen to it.
See,
Smart worry.
individuals, fans and friends, folk and fam. The thing is that he picked out singles from the album and said they were nice. That's true. There are a lot of albums like that. You can pick out 1 or 2 songs. But what I'm saying is that I initially picked out 1 or 2 songs, but now it's the whole loaf of bread I'm eating. I used to pick slice. Now I just threw the whole bread. I did not buy sliced bread. I bought 1 loaf, so I'm tearing it like this and eating it. That's what I'm saying. Do you get? So
what
now,
I'm saying is you don't used to listen to
Lungu Boy is my next album, my 3rd album of the year. I said it's 3rd, yes, my 3rd album of the year. Another reason this also happened goes back to the same influence. Your circle matters a lot. Let me warn you people out there. Truly, truly. What did they say about friends? Something about your circle, whether it's in the Bible also.
Show
me your friends. That's not in the Bible, but yes, thank you so much. I forgive you. Show me your friends and I will tell you who you are. That kind of
or
thing.
what you listen to.
So they really, really, really influenced me in this album because anytime I'm going out to any of them, this is what is playing. And every time I hear it, I'm like, okay, there's something here. How did I miss this? Like, what made me a hater? Like, why did I hate on the album? And one day I looked at myself in the mirror and I was just like, how dare me? How could I? And I had to call Ashake's name 3 times. Ashake. To say sorry. But yeah, so Lungu Boy is I think all the songs, they are actually decent. They have a place in the world. On first listen, some of them might sound like they don't belong together, but I think there are certain albums that everything doesn't have to rhyme. Everything doesn't have to make sense because you can throw in anything you want in your album at the end of the day. We just set up all these nonsense rules for nothing.
I'm crying.
So, yeah. And then my final album would be Son of Chike. That would be my final album.
Shout, actually. Good shout.
I think that at the end of the day, when all is said and done and we go and experiment, we still need a rooted album. Okay, we still need that album that reminds us of home, that reminds us of who we are. You see, we still need, so if you don't choose a Timaya or a P-Square you still need that home vibe. And that's what Son of Chike is.
Fair.
So after everybody went abroad and everything and did what beats, added one pangolo funk and the rest.
Yeah.
This one still reminded us that there is one flute in the village. Don't forget your humble beginnings. So, yeah, but it's also a love album. It's a love and adoration album. It's a beauty and appreciation album. Abi? That's what it is now. So, and that's what we all are about in Africa.
I'm finished. But even having
I'm not even playing, I'm serious.
Having said that, because that was actually one of the albums I really enjoyed this year that didn't make my list. He also did branch out slightly and have is that Not Your Daddy song that has stuck with it? I really like that song because that was kind of different
really
from
like
what
that
he does
song too.
typically. And it's true, it's not every time Afrobeats to the world. Sometimes Afrobeats to you. Just
you get Afrobeats to Calabar. Let all of us be here. To Muaya.
Damn.
But yeah, those are my top albums of the year.
Awesome.
Not a bad shot. I can't lie. Did you?
I should go? All right. So at number 5, my number 5 album for the year is Lungu Boy as well by Ashake.
That's your number 5. Okay,
Yes.
You are doing bottom to top.
Yes. And yeah, kind of like you, I think back on the opinions that I had, and I understand why I had them because it was a bit of a shock to the system, like even down to like him starting with the Asha sample.
Yeah.
Like I allow it now, but it's still kind of random. It was a tribute to her, I imagine, but at the same time, I was like, But then I think about things like MMS, and it's like, I love that song now. Do you get? So I don't understand why I didn't like it before. In fairness, though, things like My Heart, which has a nice cardo on it, I spoke about really enjoying that song. Till Tomorrow, I think that song is great. I think her vocals on it are awesome. I also like all the different like Spanish infusions that they have on Mood and on My Heart as well. But I think the biggest reason for me why I've kind of switched my tone on that project is it's unbelievably fun. Like it's just unbelievable.
It is.
It's the most
I
fun.
agree.
Next to Rema, I think it's the most fun project from this year. And it's hard to sit still listening to it. There's just so much to enjoy. And everything that I didn't like or wasn't too hot on, I've kind of switched my tune on, except Wine. That's a song I don't have any time for still. Like it's too transparent in what it was going for. And I'm like, no. There must be a line, and the line is Wine. So,
Bars.
But I think in general, I just really love the production of that project is crazy. Oh yeah, mentally, bro. The list is long. And yeah, no, Ashake really, really impressed me. And this is going to sound insanely blasphemous, but I don't care. I rank it higher than work of art. Sue me, kill me, beats me. I rank it higher than work of art.
No, but I'm actually with you.
I enjoy it way more. Like work of arts, I think kind of like, as much as I think it's a good project, the closeness to Mr. Money with the vibe always made me feel like an outsider from
Yeah.
like all the people that I enjoyed this. Because like I think it's good, but it's like a lot of the same cooking. But with Lungu Boy, it's very different. It's very different. And he just didn't allow himself to be constrained. He did a lot of different things on the project, and I really, really appreciated that.
Sorry,
So-
before you go on,
Talk
please
to me.
kindly note that those thoughts are the thoughts of DG alone and
Yeah,
not
it's me,
of
man.
Witness as a whole.
I'll take
or a
it.
Group.
I'll take it.
Thank you so
I'll
much.
take it. With
Please
small
continue.
times, if you can move past Mr. Money with the vibe, people should be careful.
Eh? No.
Okay.
No.
Please just move. Go on. Go on.
You get. Just go on, please.
Anyways, my number 4, and this is another mea culpa. I stacked them this year, man. Born in the Wild by Thames. So I
If
remember.
Thames did not make it into his album,
say,
then,
I'll be shocked if that be.
yeah, to be
yeah,
honest.
then Thames will need to go back to the drawing board and ask why I've failed.
I'm not gonna lie. I don't know. I think, and I've kind of spoken about it in passing. I think the expectations that I had for it were ridiculous. I just thought it was going to be like this unbelievably like life-changing,
Life-changing,
generational
yeah.
project.
Yeah.
And I definitely should have given her a bit more breathing room because it's like her first project, even though she's been around for a while. Like she's very much still quote unquote a new artist in that sense. But yeah, no, this project is really good. Born in the Wild is Born in the Wild is really good. I think a lot of the things that I initially had gripes with, like I didn't like that there was an interlude so early in the project after the intro, but now I don't care. Like I think I just take the interlude and the intro as one long intro, and then Burning is like number 2. I think I also thought Burning was very slow winding initially, and just like it didn't do a lot for me. But now I think that opinion is like heresy, because fam, I love that song. I love that song. The emotions that it evokes in me, just like the story behind it, her talking about like, you know, how it was all a dream, just a new girl on the scene, now her face on magazines, like oof, like yeah, she ate that. And then just a bunch of tracks now, like I loved in the past, but I love even more now. Like Turn Me Up, that Just Go Ahead video. I really like that record. The video as well is crazy. That song with SARS as well. The song that's produced by SARS with Ashake. What's it called again? Get me right. So Get It Right.
Yeah,
Get It Right. I really, really like that song. I think it's awesome. There are a couple records that I still like. I like Ready, but I think when it comes on, it still gets very slow. So I have to be in the mood for it. And I think the closers as well, Hold On, and the outro of it. Sometimes, some days when I'm not in the mood for those jams, You in My Face and Hold On. But overall, every single time I drive in the car now, it's my like one of my cover to cover albums, because it's just such an easy vibe to get into. And I definitely think that with time, it aged remarkably well. So shout out to Thames. And then my number three album for the year, another album that I really enjoyed. Now, I think this is one of the ones that I was very clear on the episode that we reviewed, is that I spent a lot of time on that project. It's Leather Park by Odunsi. I really, really enjoyed that project. I just liked it because it was very avant-garde. It wasn't like the typical average, not even anything close to like the type of projects that we're listening to. That calling it an Afrobeats project is almost a disservice, because like it just does a lot of different things. But I think there's enough Afrobeats vibes on it where it's like, okay, yeah, we can allow this. But yeah, no, I just love that project a lot. A lot of crowd pleasers on it. He said prior to the project coming out that there were enough crowd pleasers for every kind of Odunsi fan. I think he delivered on that. But then he also just had like experiments that he did. I think at the time, there was this song on the project called Rugrats that I was like, yeah, that's the only song that I don't like at all, because it's just so insane and like all over the place. But even that now I have time for.
Yeah.
You know, and that's just what happens with time, you know. So I really think it's a great project. The record with Mins, dope. The record with Bella, which hands down to me is one of the songs of the year. Crazy Wicked Sexy Girls, whatever it's called. I forget the name now. Was that record with Bella. And just, yeah, the production on it, the arrangements. Shout out to Odunsi. Like, it's a special project. And then my top 2, They are brother and sister of the same label.
Hmm.
Number 2 is Rema with
Very
He Is. Number 2 is Rema with He Is. We spent a lot of time on that project. I'm not
A
going to go
lot.
over it again.
Like it had its own episode.
Yeah, so it's there's just, what can I say? It's such a good project. I think the production by P Prime for the most part is just ridiculous. I think Ozeba being one of the like more popular songs in Afrobeats this year is like really remarkable because like the BPM is so fast, but Rema is just like, I'm going to go down my own lane, which is essentially what this project was. He really carved out his own lane. He's like, yeah, I can do the calm down stuff. I can do the more commercial stuff, but I'm facing home. And then he now topped it off with like the homecoming concert that he did. And just, he had a year. He had a year. And I think the only reason that I don't have it as number 1 is that it sticks to a very particular theme, which isn't a bad thing because in a way it's a concept album to that degree. But I think the reason my number 1 kind of beats it out is because that had a lot more range. It had a lot more range. It had a storyline, a narrative, a lot more elements that made it rich. And without any further ado, that number 1 is The Year I Turned 21 by Aerostar.
I clap with you.
That clap was so aggressive.
Bruh.
It's a thunderous clap.
But yes, The Year I
Only
Turned...
wicked people will say that that's not the album of the year.
No, that album was amazing. That album was amazing.
Oh,
Journey warning him. The Year I Turned 21 is a really good album. I can't say enough about it. I low-key think I decided that it was my album of the year from when it came out. And I've just been waiting for things to beat it out and nothing has dislodged it from that position. And what can I say, man? I think it's just so many things. The production, the songwriting on that is some of the best songwriting that I've heard this year. I think it has the intro of the year. I think it has the outro of the year. I think as far as like it's an album with subject matter and a line that runs through it, it does that job better than any other album this year. Even just down to like the different phases that we spoke about. So like the first chunk of the album being like the more woman commando, like super affirmative parts. And then it eventually eases out and she becomes a bit more vulnerable and is open to love with like Lagos Love Story and Control. Like, I want you to take control of me. And then she gets her heart broken. Last Heartbreak song comes up. And then after that, she's like, okay, we're just gonna party and forget it. And then she does that with All Room and Bad Vibes and the jazzy song. And then we come out of that phase, and then the guard comes down a bit more with 1942, and The Kids Are All Right. Which, by the way, that album deserves a Grammy nomination, man. I thought it deserved a Grammy nomination. It is one of those things that I'm going to refer to years down the line because The Kids Are All Right is. I don't know how many, like, time has passed, so the effect has kind of been watered down a bit. But I remember listening to it and I remember saying on the podcast that it made me cry because it was like that emotional and it revealed a side of her that we hadn't seen before, a side that she doesn't share that actively, like her mom talking about, like, enjoy your life. Like, your dad didn't get a chance to enjoy his life and he was pleasing people. Then all the different excerpts from, like, the family members coming and giving him, like, a requiem and an update on their lives and just... It was a poignant piece of work. And then just added to the fact that like that album also has the highest, the song from any Afrobeats artist has been on that has like the most streams of any songs, like Santa, which I liked at the time. I mean, I was a bit like, ugh, like this is one of those commercial whatevers, but it's a good song. Like,
Commas, Abi?
Huh?
Is it Commas?
No, Santa.
Okay, you mean Santa?
Santa,
okay.
like to close out the project, because in my mind it's like, it's just one of those bonus tracks. Like, let's just boost the streams, but it's a really good
because
song.
You said Afrobeat song, that is, because I think Commas has the most viewed.
Yes, easily, yeah. And I think Commas, outside of Love Me Jeje, I don't know that there's any record that has more streams from this year than that. So yeah, The Year I Turned 21, awesome record. I cannot say enough about it.
Man, we love it. So now everybody's waiting to save me to ourselves.
No,
we're not expecting
it. We're actually not expecting it, which
will
is
be a
good.
pleasant surprise.
We will scream and rent our clothes.
Anyways, please. So starting with, I'll give 5 for the albums. Number 5, I have Adedamola, Fireboy.
True fan.
Don't kill me, I beg. Again, as I said then, and I would say now, he just went back to the roots, basically. it sounded like he enjoyed making this album.
Yeah.
Was bringing Lover Boys back, man. And that felt like it was a very sexy album as well. Just in terms of even starting with just giving thanks to God and that reference and all, and then just going with the violins and the saxophones that were a constant theme as well. Like, it was very enjoyable. He gave us the melodies. He brought Lagbaja back. Like, come on. Like, for bringing Lagbaja back alone, sir, is ridiculous. Which for me, I mean, I love that song back and forth. Hell and Back as well. Lovely, lovely song. Ecstasy, Isha Olua, Call Me. I can literally just call all the songs, to be honest. But yeah, Fireboy, Adedamola, a very lovely project. We love to see it because I don't want to say I was scared, but it was a...
You were scared.
Yeah, it was a... Because like, it had felt like he just wasn't into it again. I wasn't really enjoying his music. But this felt like he was. Like, yeah, okay, I'm back. Like, this is what it is. This is where it came from. This is my roots. And like, I finally come back that say, okay, I have this talent. So I have to just keep pushing that. So yeah, shout out to Fireboy. Shout out to my goats. Number 5. Number 4, my namesake, Jiggy
Okay,
Forever.
Okay.
Bro, I remember loving the album when it first came out, and that hasn't changed because I still listen to so many songs on it, and it's just, again, it's a very fun album. It shows young John. I feel like if anybody should ask you what sort of, so I say, artist young John is, just give them that album. Like, they don't need to listen to anything else. Just tell them to listen to the album from beginning to the end, and I think you'll be able to get the essence of who Young John is as an artist and how creative he is as well, how he expresses himself. Like, it's a BDP. I can't lie, it's a BDP. Like Bahamas, Aquafina that had even come out before, big things, which, I mean, it's one of the biggest songs. And I mean, the name makes sense as well. Stronger, I think Stronger actually had a very big push. I actually
a bunch
liked
of hits on that project.
I liked Hold On as well with Sean Paul
Same.
because, bruh, Sean Paul, come on now, come on. But yeah, Jiggy Forever, number 4. Shout out to Young John. We're expecting more because we're expecting big things.
I'm crying.
Not Pepsi things, big things.
I forgive him for doing
Not
that.
I forgive him, please.
Forgive us.
Because he really said it was a remix. I was like, oh, like, please. Anyways.
Number 3, the year 2021.
Okay. Well.
Sorry, breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. Sorry.
Half bread is better than no
Sorry.
bread.
And
It's actually not. But let's
You rather
let's continue.
starve?
Yes.
I'm finished.
I mean, I feel like the one thing you should take from it is the 2 albums below. I've spoken about them with a lot of passion as well because I actually really like them as well. Like, my top 5, they're albums I like as well. I feel like on a different day or in different times, my number 1 can switch.
Mhm.
Number 2, number 3, everything. So these are my actual top 5 albums. Like, even have a few that I'll say I left out. I'll give that shout out because they deserve it. But yeah, 2021. I mean, both of you have spoken about how beautiful it was. And yeah, just go and listen to it. What Sharon
Or go and
said.
listen to the
What
episode
Sharon
where we
said.
reviewed
Listen to
it.
the episode we reviewed it. Listen to it. Like, we can't say enough about it. And what they said is correct. Like, first, you deserve the Grammy nomination, 100%. And if you're speaking about the albums of the year and you don't have that there, then I actually can't rate you.
I think you just hate women,
Yeah, you just...
honestly.
Yes,
I
actually,
think
that's
you
what
just
it
hate women.
is.
Let's call it spade.
You
a
heard
spade.
them. Yeah. We're backing that fully because, like, there's good music. Like, it's just good music. Like, I don't
It's
think
such good
anybody is
music.
going to listen to that and be like, oh my
Yeah.
God, you just hate women. Yeah, that's what we're going to say about it. We back that fully with our chest. But yeah, next album, number 2, I have Lungu Boy. I didn't want to talk about when you were saying, where did you say me? I was just like, you can be speaking, please. One of my guys literally came to me about a week or 2 ago to just tell me, okay, it has entered. Because when it first came out, he asked me about my opinion, and I was like, bro, I think this album is going to be a game changer. And I think people won't even know it till like a year or 2 after. And he was like, okay, we'll see. And then he came back to me and I was like, okay, yeah, I can't lie.
Yeah.
It fully enters because Like 1 and 2, they're 1 and 2 because I think they're just albums that are going to change the way people view Afrobeats and change the way the game goes as well. And just because I feel like they're going to be pioneers as well. So I would even just put it from Lungu Boy being number 2, Rema's He Is number 1. Like, I think the way people took Lungu Boy is almost the exact same way people took He Is as well, because they were very different.
Yeah.
Everybody was like, oh, what's this? What's going on? Like, what are you doing? Like, this is not what we know you for. Like, please. And he almost wanted to just turn their nose at it, like, this is not what we know you for. This can bang. What you said was about basically being the biggest song from that album. It literally says all you need to
About
say
Nigerians.
about everything, to be honest. It literally says that because first is a wonderful song. I see with He Is, as chaotic as it was, people do not give Rema the props for the pen game on that as well. And that's my problem. That's my main problem with it. I feel like everyone should just go and each song go and read the lyrics. You see, this guy is actually talking. Like, he's actually yarning. He's fully talking at everything. And it can get very distracting because, of course, you're saying, of course, you're going to get distracted. But yeah, the dynamism, the fact that I think Ashake and Rema are going to pioneers from now and in future as well. And they actually brought out albums this year that I believe has fully shown that and would drive us into, let's say, it's already driving us into that new way, because you can already see a lot of people, if not everybody, is already trying to experiment now because they're like, okay, it's actually going. Like, I'm sure people were looking like, let's stick with our log drums. It's okay, this is what we know. But now they're like, okay, we can see that the industry can actually take this as well. And they've shown us that they can take a lot of experimentation as long as it's done well and it's done with the purpose as well. And the fact that they're blending it with our sound, that's the biggest key for me. The fact that it's being blended. Our sound isn't being lost in experimentation. It's still being, you can still show it and you can still say, okay, yeah, we can actually celebrate Afrobeat, celebrate music coming out from Nigeria, because these guys just have the talent and they can show you in so many different ways. It doesn't just have to be one way. It can come in 4, 5, 6, 7 different ways. Yeah. And I think they showed that. So yeah, shout out to Rema with He Is. Shout out to Ashake Olungu Boy 1 and 2. And I feel like it's deserved. So yeah, before we end the episode, I feel like you guys have to speak about your
Arasta.
I'm crying.
And even with the albums, you kind of have an idea of who our top 5 would be. So we should go round. I can start. I think we should go round and just name who our top 5 are.
Sure.
So I think I can start from 1. And had Rema as 1 because, yeah, Rema number 1, Ashake 2, Arasta 3, Thames 4, and Shay Vibes 5.
Okay.
So,
that's a decent list.
That's a very good list. What do you mean?
Well, I should go.
Yeah, go.
Okay, number 1, Arasta. You already know what I want to say.
Of course.
Number 2 is Arasta. Number 3 is Arasta. Number 4 is Arasta. And number 5 is Arasta.
I love his
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Power to the woman.
Power.
For me, number 5, Shay Vibes. Number 4, Odile. Number 3, Thames. Number 2, Rema. And number 1, Arasta.
Why are you people not making me seem like Gator?
No, you're not yet. She's still in your top 5 now.
It was in top 3.
Okay, top 3.
Top 3. Say it like that. Don't try and push it as if Philip was 4 or 5. No, it was in top 3.
Top 3, but not 1.
I'm crying.
But yeah, I think even with the albums as well, and it kind of shows that you have to drop some sort of project before you can get into the convo, especially because, and I wanted to see if you guys have any of them there, but I mean, there's no Wiz, no Burna, no OBO.
I won't lie to you, I thought about squeezing Wiz into the list because I really like his new project.
Me too.
But just, I need to live with it.
It's too late. Like, it's just a bit late. Like, I feel like we need to digest it a bit more. Yeah. But that's exciting for me, I can't lie.
I didn't think about adding any of them.
No, and I hear it. I think that's extremely
If I actually
even
wanted to add another set of names. I don't even think any of the old drag guys are there.
would have made it in.
Yeah. It's
Also,
just what it is.
Honorable mention to Tiwa as well. I really like the Water and Gary project.
Was it this year?
It was this year.
Okay, the year is long.
year.
It's long.
I told you.
It's long.
I
Yeah,
told
right.
you.
Yeah, right. If it's the same this year, this
Yes, no.
2024.
Yes, when was it this year?
You see?
All right. I felt like we can end it there.
Yeah.
It's been a wonderful episode. Please, firstly, you guys should let us know your own thoughts as well in terms of your favorite EPs, your favorite albums, your favorite artists. If you agreed with us, you can fight with them. Don't fight with me, but you can fight with them.
You can fight with me. I will
You can
take it
fight with
for.
Sharon. She's the S of Witanet,
Yeah.
so she can take the
You know,
bronze.
women fought in the war and fought for voting rights. Don't worry, it's okay, but you can fight with me. So.
Thank you very much for getting to the end of the episode. Thank you guys as well. And
Thank you
me
too.
Yeah.
See, now he was already thanking himself.
Yes,
Fuck,
now
he don't know
it's
that we can thank him.
Crazy.
Anyway, thank you too. And thank you too.
Thank you for getting to the end. As always, you can find us everywhere. Instagram, Twitter, anywhere. Just open your phone, just type Witanet, you will find us. But yeah, Witanet Pod on every single social media platform. Can also listen to us on YouTube, Spotify, Apple, anywhere you listen, we're there. Even on your pillow self, if you start to
finished.
dream about us and hear our voices, so don't worry. And as always, share with your friends, share with your enemies. More importantly, share with them because it's like keep your enemies closer. But it's been...
And 5-star ratings on our
This
Spotify.
love,
channel.
this love.
If you can do
All those
6, if you can do
Don't
6.
mind them. He's
Oh,
looking at
that's
me.
love.
This
How-
love.
From since when?
Hi.
Sorry. I'm showing my age. Sorry. Thank you guys. And we'll see you again soon. Peace out. Cheers.